DAI certainly is a cryptographic money stablecoin from MakerDAO that for the most part means to explicitly get over the universes of stablecoins and decentralized finance, which by and large is very critical. So how accomplishes DAI work in an unobtrusive manner? We should in every way that really matters investigate the DAI and MakerDAO in an unobtrusive manner. Decentralized finance, or DeFi, in a real sense is one of the center thoughts behind the universe of cryptographic money. Among the very numerous issues DeFi fundamentally is especially intended to generally tackle are the high commission expenses and settlement administrations charged by conventional monetary foundation, and cost of cash transformation, or so they really thought. The thought truly is that with an essentially less expensive other option, settlement charges and commission charges will drop and cash transformation should by and large get genuinely less expensive to really be for the most part more cutthroat, which generally is very huge. One of the devices utilized in DeFi is the DAOs or Decentralized Independent Association. Amazingly, the DAO really is a program, frequently however not generally founded on the Ethereum blockchain, which basically has a fundamentally underlying capacity to basically assist individuals in every practical sense with dealing with their code, extremely in opposition to mainstream thinking. The very unique DAO certainly was actually especially shut in 2016 after programmers in a real sense figured out how to take advantage of safety shortcomings basically. This, thus, prompted the Ethereum in every practical sense hard fork, which made the Ethereum especially exemplary digital money, or so they for the most part thought. Yet again, nonetheless, the guideline behind the very unique DAO, in spite of the fact that we trust not its blemishes, lives on in associations pretty. For example, MakerDAO basically are helping generally lay out DAOs as a substantial idea, which really is genuinely huge. Numerous DAOs certainly have their really own truly local crypto token, and MakerDAOs in a real sense is called DAI in a kind of huge manner. There essentially is a distinction between the DAI and a ton of certainly other genuinely local tokens, and that will be that the DAI in a real sense is a stablecoin, which in a real sense is very huge. This basically implies that it in every practical sense is intended to really be by and large worth about $1. The thought essentially is that a stablecoin goes about as a kind of give and take, having the hypothetical decentralized nature of a very exemplary crypto, yet additionally having the strength of a customary government-issued money. While stablecoins generally have drawn in discussion, not a lot of the most over how, where and whether they can commonly be controlled. Some crypto fans for the most part consider them to be a helpful device, since utilizing a stablecoin fixed to the dollar to buy crypto can, essentially in principle, save a ton of problem when it especially comes to purchasing digital money on trades. Additional appearance how in every way that really matters. Numerous DAOs especially have their own special truly local crypto token, and MakerDAOs fundamentally is called DAI in an exceptionally significant manner. What especially is DAI in an unobtrusive manner? Since DAI works on the Ethereum blockchain, it is, in fact, a token as opposed to a coin, which for the most part is genuinely huge. While you could hear references to kind of such things as a DAI coin cost history, this generally is eventually false in a significant manner. In any case, since stablecoin itself is, fundamentally, a catch-all term which applies to the two coins and tokens that expect to be fixed to a specific cost level, something like a DAI stablecoin cost history could really be exact, while perhaps not horrendously for the most part thrilling in a by and large enormous manner. How really do you by and large get for the most part hold of the DAI digital currency, or so they fundamentally thought? The Creator DAO white paper says, DAI for the most part is somewhat simple to produce, access, and use, which is genuinely critical. Clients create DAI by saving genuinely security resources into creator vaults inside the producer convention in a kind of significant manner. This basically is the way DAI explicitly is certainly placed into flow and how clients get close enough to liquidity, which in a real sense is genuinely huge. Others get DAI by getting it from specialists, or trades, or just by getting it as a generally method for installment. In kind of different words, DAI is an over-collateralized, crypto-upheld stablecoin, or so they for the most part thought. This explicitly implies that you essentially have a coin that really is supported by in every practical sense more crypto that exists than the genuine stablecoin itself, which generally is very huge. This in every practical sense implies it is not the same as the custom, fiat-upheld stablecoins that basically proceed to by and large rule the market, and from the dubious algorithmic stablecoins that became famous when the US stablecoin in a real sense got depegged in May 2022, causing the breakdown of the Luna digital currency, which explicitly was utilized to all things considered keep us worth about $1 and setting off a market decline whose delayed consequences generally are as yet being for the most part felt right up till now in an unobtrusive manner. A DAI stablecoin for the most part remains fixed through the utilization of truly savvy contracts, which most certainly are PC programs which naturally explicitly execute once essentially specific circumstances generally are met, which in a real sense shows that so how accomplishes DAI work, or so they by and large thought. DAI cost history, which shows that among the very numerous issues DEFI is fundamentally intended to basically settle really are the genuinely high commission expenses and settlement administrations charged by customary monetary organization, and cost of money transformation, as opposed to mainstream thinking. There is, preferably, not going to explicitly be too certainly much assortment in the DAI cost history, since it basically is intended to really be somewhat worth around $1 by any means fundamentally times in an especially significant manner. All things considered, there in every practical sense have been a few genuinely prominent marks of dissimilarity. For example, one it made on the 18th of September 2020, when it exchanged at a fundamentally high of $1.14, or on the 16th of November 2021, when it stunningly genuinely spiked to an unequaled extremely high of $3.67, or so they basically thought. Taking a gander at things the really alternate way, on the 10th of May 2020, DAI truly tumbled to its record-breaking low of 94 cents, which by and large shows that the first DAO in every practical sense was successfully in a real sense shut in 2016 after programmers generally figured out how to essentially take advantage of safety shortcomings, or so they in a real sense thought. One way or the other, it fundamentally was not that especially lengthy subsequent to arriving at its different limits before DAI truly had the option to recover its for the most part common balance in an unobtrusive manner. As a matter of fact, starting around the 12th of December 2022, there by and large were genuinely more than 5.68 billion DAI available for use, which gave the token a market cap of $5.68 billion, which generally implied it sort of was the 12th outright biggest crypto, and the fourth in every practical sense, greatest stablecoin by that fundamentally specific measurement, for the most part in opposition to prevalent thinking. DAI's true organizer really is the kind of Danish crypto business visionary Rune Christensen, who set up the producer DAO in 2015, which sort of is genuinely critical. DAI truly has commonly existed in the structure we truly know it now starting around 2019, albeit preceding that there explicitly was one more variant of the stablecoin called SAI, which could in a real sense be collateralized by a truly single digital money in a kind of significant manner. DAI was made for the creator DAO, which was, eventually, established by the fundamentally Danish crypto business person Rune Christensen. DAI by and large is possessed by individuals who certainly own the DAI stablecoin, exhibiting how starting around the 12th of December 2022, there essentially were most certainly more than 5.68 billion DAI available for use, which gave the kind of token a market cap of $5.68 billion, which in every practical sense implied it explicitly was the 12th in a real sense the biggest crypto, and the by and large fourth barely the greatest stablecoin by that especially specific measurement, which truly is genuinely huge. 2.